Dan, I'm going to give this a shot real quick. Start with a neck blank, just like you do. This is just a scrap piece that I cut the 10-degree angle on, and I use 10 degrees. I think Gibson is about 13. I'm not sure why. I haven't figured out why it's that much. 10 seems to be fine for what I do. So you can see I have those marked 1 and 1, 2 and 2. So I cut this, I cut the neck blank, leaving for mine, the total neck blank is 29.5 inches, and I measure 7 inches clear here on the top part of the cut to make sure I have enough headstock. So I just do this so I can get my orientation right, because what happens is once you cut that, it's going to end up like this. So you basically have a 1 and a 2. So that's how it's going to end up. So that's that piece. So once I mark that on the neck blank, I freehand it on the bandsaw. So then you have to have a clean edge. So this was a YouTube thing. I built this jig, and it's adjustable. It's got 10-degree scarf I wrote on this. It's got a 10-degree right here. The neck blank sets in between here on these two, and it moves obviously. And I put some sandpaper on this just to keep it solid. And then you can also run a clamp on it. So with this, another YouTube thing was this piece of PVC that I cut off and made this plate for the router. And it rides up against it. It's just basically a guide. So you can do that any way that you like. But this works well. I just keep it made up and I put it on the router. So when you do that, you lay, let's see, if you pretend that this is the neck blank, you lay these two like this into that jig, and then you're cutting along here, and you're going to get absolutely flat and perfect, and it works really sweet. Sometimes I use a little bit of a sanding block, but it really comes out nice. So that's that part. Then it comes to the glue up, and everybody has their different ways to glue it up. Over time I've come up with this crazy looking contraption where, and there's all kinds of ways to do it, so there's nothing that's sacred here for sure. This sets in there like that. I don't know if this is showing up, but that would be kind of your neck blank there. And then I use these shims, different shims, to keep everything tight. And then actually it's wide enough, my blanks are wide enough where I can run a screw on the top. That way you make sure that everything is aligned, especially when you have a glue up like this where you're trying to align two pieces. So that's kind of the short of it, and it's about 4 minutes, so I don't know if I can send that or not, but hopefully that helps. It'll start the conversation, and then we can go from there. Much aloha, brother. See ya.